So this kind of animation we will create right now. Okay, follow along with me and watch this video till to end, and also download all of these assets and follow along with me. Okay, so first of all we will create this scene, and here you can see, let's go to composition, new composition, and here I will call it main 3, and here I will select the preset 1080 by 1920 30 fps. Okay, and here select the duration 25 seconds long, hit OK. Here right click new and select solid for background, and I will call it BG for background. Select the make comp size and hit OK. Select this layer, go to effects and presets and search for 4 color gradient and drag and drop this 4 color gradient on it. And here we need only 3 colors. Okay, adjust the color 1, adjust the color 2 in the middle, and also adjust the color 3 bottom corner, and put away color 4 like so. Okay, we will copy this color code from here, and here is the PDF. You can also download it and follow along with me to get the accurate, celled, clean, minimal animations. Okay, first of all I will copy this code, and here it is, and let's go and select the color 1 and paste it over here, hit OK, and again select the color 2 and I will change it into white like so, and set the color 3 as it is and change the color 4 same color 1. Okay, let's go to project images, and here we will find only home. Simply drag and drop into the timeline and place it above the background layer. Then you need to press S and scale it up like so, little bit. Then go to tools, click and hold down, select the ellipse tool. Now at this time I will create a stroke for stroke animation. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected. Then draw a perfect circle by holding shift like so. Then go to align tab and set horizontal and vertically center. Then also increase its stroke width like so, maybe around 30 is enough, and also decrease its size. Go to properties and here its size, maybe around over here. So here what I will do, press enter and I will name it stroke, hit enter and place it behind the home layer like so, and also move it above like so. It's looking great. Then select this normal mode and change it into soft light. Ctrl Z, undo. Simply select this stroke and change its blending mode into soft light. That's nice. Select the home, press Ctrl spacebar. This is FX console bar search plugin. You can search the effects within After Effects, okay? Or you can search the effects from here, effects and presets. If you don't see this panel over here, you can go to window and from here you can select this. You can also press Ctrl 5. So simply here I will search for tritone effect, tritone. Here it is, simply drag and drop on our home. And here what I will do, here I will paste my color, copy. Just come back and I will copy this color from here, and let's go back and simply select the mid-tone color and paste it over here. Okay, I will apply only this color over here, which is looking very nice and great. Next scene, let's come back. So next I will create these plants over here. Let's go back, and in our project here is the plant. Simply drag and drop on the top over here and press S and scale it down like so, maybe 25 is good, and I will place it over here. Then what I will do, select this home layer, go to effects and simply copy this tritone effect and paste it on our flower. Okay, and now we have same flowers over here. Select this layer, press Ctrl D and place to the left side. Okay, it's looking very nice. Next I will create this shadow in front of this home. Okay, let's go back. Simply make sure any kind of layer is not selected, then go to tools and from here select the pen tool, and here I will create click here and click here, then click over here, maybe over here, and also click over here and also click over here. Okay, press H for hand tool, move it upside, press V for selection tool, go to fill, and here I will select the gradient, only linear gradient, hit OK, and I don't need the stroke, select the none. Okay, and here I will change its position, simply select this and place it over here, and select the second one and place it over here. Okay, so here what I will do, simply select the color. Here I will keep the first color white like so, and the second color I will keep it as it is. Okay, then simply select this layer and I will name it shadow and place it behind the home layer like so. Let's go back into our main comp. So next I will create this text over here. It's very super simple. Simply I will copy this text from here, and here is our text. Click on text and select copy this text from here. Let's go back and over here I will type the text. Go to text tool, select the text tool and click here and press Ctrl V and paste it over here. So how I create this different kind of colors over here, and simply select this portion over here, and here you can see I have selected the Eastman Roman trial. You can select different kind of, but here I will change it into Poppins, which is looking very great, and from here I will select only bold, and here you can see size 24. So next is the After Effects, select After Effects and it is same, and here I will again select the Poppins, and here I will select the Poppins medium metallic. Okay, which is looking very well and pretty well nice. Again come over here, and here you can also select the its mid-tones color, this one, which is looking very great. Again select this text, again change its color. Let's come back, and here you can see star. So I will also create this star over here. Let's go back. First of all I will create a star over here. Let's go to tools, select the star tool and draw a little bit star over here. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected, then draw a star by holding shift. Okay, it has selected gradient color. Let's go to gradient, and here I will change this gradient into maybe this one, or you can make it little bit dark like so. Okay, and also decrease its size. Select this star, press S and scale it down. Let's go to align it vertically center, press V and move it over here. So now it's time to animate our scene. So first of all I will animate our stroke. So first of all select the top, so I will name it star. So now first of all I will animate my stroke. Let's go inside stroke, and from here go to add, select the trim path. Okay, go inside trim path, and here is the end property. Okay, I will animate this, and simply add the keyframe over here and move your playhead at the beginning and maybe a little bit forward over here, and here again set the keyframe value 0. Okay, select all of this keyframe, press F9 for smooth animation. Let's go to graph editor and set your graph like this. If you are not looking this kind of graph, then you can select here and make sure you have selected edit speed graph. Okay, then select all of these keyframe, click fit selection to view and set your graph like so. Okay, so now you have this kind of animation. Okay, so which is looking very great and cool. You can also move it a little bit forward, and let's play. Okay, which is looking very great. Let's open this ellipse tool and right click and convert to Bezier path. Again select this path and select this path, press Ctrl C and copy this path. Next I have this star, simply go to star and select the star layer, press P for position and press Ctrl V and paste it over here. Okay, after that simply move this over here. Okay, and here you can see your animation. Select all of these keyframes and you can move them over here. At this point set the duration same as your animation. Okay, timing is very important to create a smooth animation. Let's play and see the animation. Okay, select all of this keyframe, press F9, go to graph editors and set your graph look like this. Timing is very important. Make sure you have set the same timing at every point. Okay, let's play and watch. Okay, next I will animate my house and this shadow. Okay, so for that simply first of all link our shadow layer with our home. Okay, then select this home, press P, and first of all I will open my this star layer which is over here. Press U to reveal its keyframe, and maybe over here at this point add a keyframe. Okay, then move this keyframe over here and change its Y value. Okay, little bit down like so. Okay, maybe over here. Then select all of this keyframe, press F9, or you can right click and go to keyframe assistant, and from here you can select the easy ease. You can also press the F9 for this is the shortcut for smooth animation. Go to graph editor, select all of these handles and make them curvature like so, and let's go back and let's preview the animation. Okay, this is looking very cool. Next I will animate these flowers over here. So simply select both of these flowers and maybe over here press P for position, add the keyframe and move them maybe over here. Again add the keyframe. Here I will change only its position. First I will move it out of the compositions and also move this flower out of the composition like so. Okay, and what I will do, simply select all of these keyframes, press F9 for smooth animation, open the graph editor, select all of these keyframes, click fit selection to view and set your graph like so. It will create the starts fast animation, then it will go. You can also set your graph, okay, which is looking very nice. Okay, now it's time to animate our text. Simply what I will do, simply select the text layer, go inside, click animate, and from here I will select the position. Then again click on this add button and go to property. From here select the blur. Again go to add and property, and from here I will select the opacity. Okay, so here I will make some settings. First of all I will set the blur amount around 25. Okay, so it will create a little bit blur on our text. Then what I will do, I will set the position around 50. Again I will go inside range selector 1, and here I will also make some more settings. Let's go inside advanced. From here first of all I will select the based mode into words because I want to animate only word to word. Next select the shape ramp up and also set the ease high -50 and also select the ease low 100. So now everything is perfect over here. So here what I will do, set the opacity 0. Now our text will disappear from the timeline. Now you can see over here. Maybe at this point what I will do, here I will animate only offset. Okay, set the offset value -100 and also add the keyframes over here. Again move your playhead maybe over here and again set the +100 value. Okay, so it will animate your text like so. So now our first scene has been ready, and here you can see which is looking very great. Now press Ctrl A and click over here and close it up. If you are still watching, you are really serious about motion design. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. Simply let's create another scene. So for that, what I will do, simply maybe around 4 to 5 seconds, and select all of this layer except the background. Press Alt close square bracket to trim the every left side of the playhead. So next, come over here, let's go to main one, and so next scene, this is our next scene. So this is very technical, so let's come over here. First of all, I will make this calendar, which is very easy. Okay, so let's come back and go to tools and select the rounded tool, and make sure any kind of layer is not selected, otherwise it will create a mask. Click and draw a calendar like so, then go to line and set it vertically and horizontal line. So I will select the gradient, so I don't need the gradients, later on I will select the gradient. Okay, first of all I will create a little bit mask over here. First of all I will make some roundness. First of all select this layer and go to roundness and select the roundness around 40. You can also select the roundness from here, or you can search from here roundness, and here is the roundness. Set the value 40, which is looking very good and great. So here first of all I will create guides, and make sure you have selected these guides from here, and you have also selected this rulers option over here, and simply select this point and place it over here, guides over here. Okay, after that what I will do, simply I will create a mask over here. So for that, make sure this layer is selected, and first I will call it calendar CA. Then go to tools, and from here I will select the rectangle tool. Okay, then simply come over here and draw a perfect mask like so. Ctrl C, make sure this layer is selected, then select this mask option from here, then draw a mask like so. Okay, after that what I will do, simply select this layer, press Ctrl D and duplicate it, then select this layer, press M for mask. Make sure you have selected this mask, then press V for selection tool and simply move this mask upside, and also you need to press shift to accurate move it horizontal. Okay, maybe over here. Okay, it's looking perfect. So next what I will do, simply I will apply the gradient color over here, and here I will select the first part, go to fill, and from here select the gradient. Okay, make sure you have selected this gradient, then select this point and move it over here like so. Okay, if you are not looking this point over here, and then you can go inside this calendar layer and contents, and make sure you have selected this calendar path from here. Okay, in this way you can see this point over here. Again go to fill, and I will select the first fill color and simply move it little bit down. Okay, maybe over here. That's looking very great. Okay, you can select the second point and this color. Okay, you can make it little bit like so. Okay, again what I will do, simply again select the top layer, again go to fill, and from here again select the gradient color. Okay, after that you need to go to inside this calendar, and one thing I have forgot, make sure you don't need to select this stroke from here, select the stroke none. Okay, then go inside this calendar, and here you can simply select this calendar and select this content. Inside this content select this rectangle and also select this one, then you can see this point over here. Simply move it upside, and you can move it over here, and you can create little bit difference like so. Okay, then go to fill, and from here I will select the first color like so, maybe this one, and again you can select the second color and you can make it. Okay, hit OK. Now you have this kind of calendar. Always use the gradient color, which will create a little bit more depth. First of all I will remove these guides from here. Press Ctrl R to remove this ruler from here. Next, select the type tool, click here, and here I will type 12 only. Okay, press Ctrl A, then you can go to fonts, and from here I will select the bold font and also increase the size like so. Don't need the select the bold, I will select only demi bold and also move it down. Okay, or you can press enter, and here I will also select the color white, increase its size maybe over here, and also change its position. You can also change its position from here. Press P, and here is the X and Y position. Okay, you can easily change them from here. Here maybe medium is good. Okay, which is looking very well. Select again, press Ctrl D, duplicate and move it upside. First I will press Ctrl A and decrease its size and type here months. Press Ctrl A, select all of this text, then go to text, and here I will decrease its size. Next, what I will do, simply select all of this calendar by holding shift and press V, and you can move it little bit over here. Now at this time I will hide all of this calendar from here. So first of all I will create here background grid. First of all I will create a layer, right click, new, and here is the solid, and I will call it grid, and select the make comp size and hit OK. After that, select this grid layer, press Ctrl spacebar and search for grid. You can also search this grid effect inside this effects and presets, and make some settings from here. I select the size, grid size form, width slider, and also you need to change its width maybe around 100. Maybe around 100, it's looking very well. And okay, alt / fit this into the timeline. Here what I will do, change its opacity maybe around 9 is looking good. Need to select its color into totally black. Select the opacity around maybe 15 is good. And by selecting this layer, and here I will create only mask. Select this layer, go to tools and select the rectangle, and make sure this layer is selected, then draw a perfect mask over here like so. This mask will not work because first of all we need to pre-compose our layer. Okay, so for that, first of all I will delete this mask from here, then right click, select this layer and pre-compose, and here I will call it grid, and also select move all attributes and hit OK. Now select this layer, again go to tools, select this rectangle, and again draw a mask over here. Okay, so now in this way this mask will work over here. So now it's looking perfect. Select this grid layer, press F for feather, and here I will create the feather. Again you can select this layer, you can go inside, and you can also expand. Now close it up. Now let's turn off back our calendar. First of all I will decrease its size. So for that, let's right click and create a null object maybe over here. Here I will link all of these layers with our null. Select this null layer and press S and scale it down. Okay, so maybe this is looking perfect. You can also decrease a little bit more. Now I don't need this null layer. Select this null layer and press L and delete this. Okay, let's go back to main layer, and next our scene is this timer. So let's go back, let's go to project. From here I will find only timer, which is this one, and drag and drop over here. Okay, select this timer, press S for scale property and scale it down. Then you can press shift P and reveal its position property and move it. So here simply go to home, go to effects, and here I will copy this tritone effect. Press Ctrl C, copy, and go to timer and press Ctrl V and paste it over here. So now it's looking very perfect and well. So here I will create a little bit shadow behind this timer. Okay, so for that, make sure any kind of layer is not selected, then go to tools, click and hold down, select the ellipse tool and draw a little bit olive circle over here. This one is perfect, and press V and selection tool and move it over here, and also place it behind this timer, and I will name it shadow. After that, I will select this shadow layer, press Ctrl spacebar and search for CC radial fast blur, and here it is. Select CC radial fast blur and apply it, and here I will set the amount around 95, and here you can also change its position, and here is the position, maybe over here, or you can move it little bit far away to create a soft. Again, select the shadow layer and press Ctrl spacebar and search for Gaussian blur. Apply it on it, and here I will create the blurriness around maybe 3 or 4 to create a soft shadow. Let's go back main one, and next I will create this text 20,000, which is very easy. Come over here, select the text layer, press Ctrl D and duplicate, and simply move it all the way up. And from here, what I will do is, first of all, I will change its position and place it over here. You can also align it horizontal like so to place it in the middle of this comp. Then what I will do is simply select all of this and type 20,000. Press Ctrl A and let's go to medium, and here I will select the semi bold, which is looking great, and here I will decrease its size. Maybe it is perfect, and here I will also select its color dark gray. So next, come over here. Next I will create this social media icons over here. Let's go back. So let's go to project panel, and here I have social media icons. Here it is. Simply drag and drop over here. I will select this only solo layer by clicking on it, and only I need this background. Okay, so first of all I will create a mask around this shape. Press V, make sure this layer is selected, then go to tools, and from here select the rounded rectangle tool, create a mask over here. You can also press Ctrl R for ruler, and you can place the ruler maybe over here and maybe over here. Okay, make sure you have selected this rounded rectangle. Okay, after that, what you need to do, simply select this layer, press Ctrl D and duplicate it, and from here select this layer, press M for mask, make sure this mask is selected, and simply move this mask onto the other hand, maybe this one, and place it accurate. Again, select this layer, press Ctrl D and duplicate, press M for mask, make sure this mask is selected, then move this mask over here, maybe over here. Again, select this layer, press Ctrl D and create one more copy, press M, select mask and move it over here. So next, what I will do, simply select all of these social media icons. Now we have 4 icons. Select all of this and then hold Ctrl or Command from Mac, then double click on this point, which is anchor point. Double click to set our anchor point in the middle of every single layer. Okay, so now it's time to arrange these social media icon. Now simply select all of these icons and move them over here. Now turn off all of this point from here and also turn off this. So now you have this kind of scene over here. I will right click and here I will create the null layer. Then what I will do is I will select all of these layers from here and parent them with the null. Okay, simply select this null, press P, and here I will move all of this, Control C, and here I will also select this. Here select 4 more layers and link them with the null layer like so. Now I can easily change its position like so. So now everything is looking perfect and good. So here what I will do, select the social media icon. Simply you can go to effects and presets, and from here you can search for drop shadow. By selecting this drop shadow and drag and drop on our social media icon. So here go to opacity, set the opacity 75, and here change the distance around 9. Okay, and here you can see little bit depth over here, and here you can see you can also create little bit of softness around maybe over here 55. Simply what I will do, select this drop shadow, press Ctrl C, copy, and select other social media icon and press Ctrl V and paste them over there. Okay, it is creating little bit depth over here. You can also create this shadow for this calendar. Okay, and here is our calendar. Simply select both of these calendar, press Ctrl V and paste them. It is distracting our this scene, so that's why I will not apply this. Simply select the top one and remove the shadow from here. Only I will apply on the bottom part of it. I will also apply this same tritone color on our social media icon. So for that, simply select this timer, copy this effect, Ctrl C, copy, and select all of the social media icon and press Ctrl V and paste the same effect on that. Okay, so now every social media icon has this kind of tritone. Simply place them all the way above, and you can also select the shadow color and you can change this shadow color into this. Simply do the same with all of others. So now it's time to animate. Let's come back over here, and here you can see we have this time counter animation, and also we have this social media pop-in animation. So let's, first of all I will create this time counter. Let's go back, and first of all I will arrange my all of these layers. Now I'll link all of these layers. Simply I will delete this and null 10. I don't need this. I have created this null only to move all of these layers a little bit upside, so that's why I have created this null over here. And here I will tell you little bit one shortcut over here. Simply select all of these layer, hold shift like so, then you can press open square bracket to move every layers over here. Okay, so now you can see. So first of all I will select this 20,000 layer, and here I have a plugin. Let's go to window, extension, and I have a mobile extension. Okay, make sure you have selected, and which is not totally free. It has some free version and it has also some paid version. Okay, it has limit to use daily trial. Okay, let's go to text. From here select the number counter. So now you can see number counter effect over here. Simply select this layer, press U and reveal its keyframe. You can move them at the beginning, and now let's play and see the number counter effect over here. Okay, you can also separate this 1000 with the commas, and you can also customize its start value or end value. You can set 20,000, 30,000, whatever you want. So here I will separate these thousands with this symbol, which is comma. You can also select point or space. So here I will select only comma, and here you can see I have this animation number counter. I have already created one complete course of a mobile extension. I have uploaded this video on my channel. You can watch that video, which is very useful and helpful. And here you can see this mobile extension course. Okay, no one talking, no one explaining, no one teaching about mobile extension. Only I have created the complete video about mobile extension. By using this mobile extension, you can save ton of times of your to create a animation. Next I will animate this text over here, which is our month. So what I will do, simply select this months option, place your playhead at the beginning, and here I will also use the animation composer, and here you can see it has also some free presets. Let's go to presets, and this animation composer plugin is free. You can also buy its pro version to get more features. Okay, simply I will apply this only 12 month Gaussian blur. Select this and click on in. Next select the 12 month, and here I will apply another animation which is our text presets, and I will apply only ease fade separately. Select that and select the animate in. So here you can see this kind of animate in animation over here. Next select this layer, which is our timer. Place your playhead at the beginning, go to timer, select P, and also press R for rotation by holding shift at the same time, and add both of these keyframes. Move the keyframes little bit forward, maybe 1 second forward, maybe over here. Again add the keyframes at the same time, like so. And here I will change its rotation value, maybe something like this. Okay, and I will also change its exposition value and move it outside from the composition. And here I have forgot to link our shadow with our this timer. Press Ctrl C. Okay, again Ctrl C. So here what I will do, simply select this shadow. First of all, link it with our timer. Okay, after that, and here I will change its rotation. Okay, and here you can see, and then move it outside from the composition, like so. Now select all of these keyframes, press F9, or you can right click keyframe assistant, and from here you can select the easy ease for smooth animation. Then open the graph editor, select all of these handles, click fit selection to view, and make sure you have selected this edit speed graph. Okay, then you can see this kind of graph. Then select this handle and move this and set your graph like so. It will create start faster animation, then it will go slow down. It is looking very cool and cinematic. Let's play and watch. Okay, so last part, our social media icon. So I will apply the pop-in animation on our social media icons. Okay, at the same time select all of these social media layers, then go to animation composer, browser, and here I will go to motion and presets, and here I will bounce animation. Okay, simply click and click animate in option. Okay, and now you can see you have bounce animation at the start of this layer. So here I will create a little bit offset. You can create the offset manually of these layers, but I am using one plugin which is motion tool. This is my favorite plugin. I have already created one video on it, how to use this motion tool. Here I will create the offset. It's very easy. Here set the frames, how many frames do you want to offset. Okay, so here I need only 5 frames. Here you can select the style, what kind of offset do you want. Okay, so click over here, and I need only this kind of presets. Okay, social media icon, and move them little bit forward, maybe over here. Let's play. And here I will also animate this calendar. So it's very super simple. Come over here, select both of these calendar layers, then I need to right click and pre-compose. Here I will call it calendar. Then go to this anchor tool and select this anchor tool and place it over here, and here I will create the scale animation from this point. So for that, place your playhead at the beginning, maybe over here. Select this layer, press S for scale property, and add scale keyframes over here. Press V and move it a little bit forward, and again set the scale value 0, like so. Again select all of these keyframes, press F9 for smooth animation. Open the graph editor, select all of these handles, click fit selection to view, and set your graph like so. And let's play and watch. Let's go back. So here what I will do, simply select all of these layer move them little bit forward, or maybe over here. Next I will create the animation over here. So for that, what I will do, simply right click and go to new and select the null object, which will help us to create our transition animation over here, maybe around 4 seconds. Select this null layer. First of all, what I will do, simply link all of these layers except the background. First of all, I will link all of these layers with the except of this shadow. It is already linked with the home layer. Okay, simply select all of these layers and link them with the null layer 11. Then select this layer, press P for position value and add the keyframe. Then move your playhead maybe over here and change the Y value, maybe change the X value to the left side like so. Select all of these keyframes, press F9, or you can right click keyframe assistant, and from here select the easy ease. Open the graph editor and set your graph like so. Let's go back, place your playhead at this point, select all of these layers and except this timer layer. Okay, this is the shadow of this timer. This is already linked with timer. Okay, from here link all of these layers with the null layer. Place your playhead over here and maybe over here, and then move all of these layers over here. Let's play and watch. Okay, which is looking very cool effect. I need to increase the size of two layers, which is our stroke and flower. Okay, because it is visible over here, and here you can see. And select only all of these layers, then hold Alt and close square bracket, and also select this one and trim every single layer. So let's create the next scene. Move your playhead a little bit forward over here, and here you can see this is our next scene. First of all, I will create a rectangle over here. Go to rectangle tools, click and hold down, select the rectangle tool and go to fill. Select the fill none because I don't need the fill, I need only stroke, and go to stroke, select the solid stroke, and also you can select the stroke color, this kind of, and you can also set the stroke size maybe around 15 or 20. Okay, you can later on change this size. Simply left click and draw a rectangle like so, this kind of. Then you can go to align tab, and from here you can align it horizontal and also vertical. After that, press H for hand tool, and here I will create little bit detail. First of all, go to property, and here I will decrease its size from here. So here I will create little bit square shape. Go to tools, select the rectangle tool, only rectangle tool. Then you can go to fill and select the fill solid, and also select the stroke none, and here create the shape like so. And also you need to select the color like this. You can later on change this color, or you can select your color from your color sheet from here like so. Let's come back and select the color and paste it over here. Let's draw a little rectangle over here by holding shift. Make sure you have hold the shift. After that, press V and move it in the middle over here, which is looking very perfect. Now select this layer, press Ctrl D, duplicate. First of all, Ctrl Alt Home to set the anchor point in the middle, and also set the anchor point for the bottom layer. Ctrl Alt Home in the middle like so. Simply select this top layer, make sure this one, and by holding shift and move it down side and place it over here in the middle. Again, select all of these layers by holding shift, press Ctrl D and place them all the way on the top like so. Then you can simply move them from towards the right side. So what I will do is make sure these are layers selected, then click on this point and by holding shift you can place them over here. Then you can see this is working accurately over here. First of all, I will create our cursor over here, Let's go to tools, and here is the polygon. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected, then hold shift and draw a polygon over here. It's looking perfect. Then go inside polygon, and here I need only 3 points because I want to create a cursor over here. Simply go inside this cursor and this polystar and polystar path. Simply right click and convert to Bezier path because I want to edit some points of this shape. Again select this path and go to pen tool, and from here add 1 point over here. Add point, again click and by holding shift and move it upside. You can also change its color, then go to fill and select the gradient, which is looking very great and well. And here is the gradient setting. You can select one side little bit more dark or one side you can light. After that simply select this shape layer, press enter, and I will call it cursor. Select this layer and press S and scale it down, and select this from this point and place it over here at this point. Again select this layer, press R for rotation and rotate it -15. -15 is good. Okay, so now it's time to animate our scene. So here what I will do, simply select all of this layer by holding shift except of this null layer. Press open square bracket and move all of them over here. Now here I need to select this rectangle. First of all I will select this rectangle layer and I will call it rectangle. This is very important, always organize your layer by naming. Okay, so here simply go to anchor point, select the anchor point and place this anchor point over here at this point. Make sure your snapping option is on, then it will work accurately. Okay, then simply select this layer, press S and add the scale keyframe and move it little bit forward. Again set the scale value 0. Okay, now select all of these keyframes, press F9 for smooth animation, open the graph editor and set your graph like so. Again go back and let's see what I have created animation. Okay, and hold Alt and move it closer like so. Okay, next what I will do, simply select all of this point and also this cursor and link them with this rectangle. Okay, so let's see what I have created. So now we have this kind of animation. Here I will copy my first text, which is our this one. Press Ctrl D and duplicate, and you can press Ctrl Alt Shift up arrow and move this layer all the way top. You can place your playhead over here and you can press open square bracket and place your text over here. Okay, and now you can see your text over here. Select this text and here I don't need this, remove them. Simply I will place this text or maybe over here. So let's go back, and here you can see I have created this follow more text, and simply select and copy this text from here and then go back and double click over here and paste it over here, and now we have same text over here. Play and let's see the animation. Okay, so here I will again move my null layer all the way top over here, and at this point maybe over here, and here I will create the next transition. Press Ctrl S and save. Let's go back our main comp. This animation is coming from top to bottom. Go back maybe at this point. Okay, select this null layer, press P, again add the position keyframe, again select Ctrl Shift right arrow and maybe around over here, and again add one more key, and here I will change only Y position value like so. Okay, after that select all of these layers, come over here. Okay, here I need to unlink our text. Select this text layer, unlink and again select this text layer, and here you can see our text and place it back over here. And again select all of these layers at this time and link them with the null. Here I need only link two layers, which is our this rectangle, because all of these small square shape already linked with the rectangle. Okay, here I need to link only this rectangle with our null layer. Okay, and also I will link this text layer with our null layer. Okay, so next select all of this layer and place them over here near to this animation starting, and let's play and watch. This is our first scene and this is our second scene, and here you can see this is our third scene. Press Ctrl A. You can also click on this option, blur option. This is a motion blur. You can also click on this motion blur option to activate all of this. I don't need motion blur on the background layer, so that's why I will not select on this. Again you can play and you can watch all of this. And now you can see animation with motion blur, which is looking very more cool effect. Okay, and here you can see. Let's go back and let's see what is the next scene. And here you can see we have next scene, this one. So next I will create this scene. I will trim the every left side of this like so. Organizing your layers, it's very important. And maybe over here simply I will cut all of these layers. Hold Alt and close square bracket. Next I will create the next scene. Let's go to project panel, and from here drag and drop over here and press S and scale it down. Go to home layer and go to effects and select this effect, Ctrl C, copy and apply it on our laptop. Press Ctrl V. I need only this kind of effect over here. Go to the tools and from here select this pen tool. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected. One click over here, then go to fill and select the none and select only stroke, solid stroke. Okay, again come over here, click on this point and you can customize this point over here. Okay, after when you are happy with this shape, simply go to stroke and here you can select the stroke color. So I like this color. Here set the stroke value and increase it a little bit more, and you can also change its position like so. After that, place this stroke layer. First I will call it stroke, then place this stroke layer behind this laptop, and also you can move it a little bit down. Then select this stroke layer and click toggle switches mode, and from here you can select the soft light. You can also select this overlay effect and which do you want. Okay, and maybe soft light is perfect for me. Then it's time to create the star shape over here. Again and go to tools, from here select the star, then draw a little bit star over here by holding shift. Select this star layer, press enter and I will call it star. Then simply position it a little bit down. Again select its mode into soft light and also press T for opacity, and you can set the opacity around 75. And here you need to select this star layer, press R for rotation value, then hold Alt, left click and add a expression which is time star 5. So what it will do, it will continuously animate this shape, and here you can see it will continuously animate this shape over here. Again I will duplicate this star shape, press Ctrl T, move this onto the other side, maybe over here. Let's go back and now you can see now I need this text. So what I will do, simply I will select all of these text layers. It is same, press Ctrl C, copy that and place them over here. Then simply select all of these layers and maybe this is our null layer. Place it all the way top, and again select all of these layers and move them over here. So how to animate this scene? It's very super simple. First of all, I will animate this stroke. First of all, I will decrease its size. Go to stroke, and from here I will change this size into like so. I will also decrease the size of our star. Simply select out both of the star layers and press S and scale it down. So maybe this size is perfect for me. Go inside the stroke layers and go to add, select the trim path, and here I will animate only end path of this trim. Okay, so again add the end keyframe over here. Move your playhead at the beginning and again set the end value 0. Okay, again add the end value 0 and move your playhead a little bit forward and again set the end value 100. Then select all of these keyframe, press F9, open the graph editor and set your graph like so. Again go to back. It's time to animate our laptop. So what I will do, I will only use the scale property to animate our laptop. So for that, select this laptop, go to anchor point and select this anchor point and place it over here at this point, because I want to scale animation from this point. Select the laptop, press S for scale and add the keyframe. Make sure your stroke animation is the same. Select the stroke layer and press U and to reveal its keyframes, and place this keyframes along this keyframe and go to at the beginning, set the scale value 0. Okay, here you need to set the scale value of this shadow. So for that, so Control Z. First of all, here I will link our shadow with our this laptop and set the scale value 0. Okay, now our shadow has been gone. So now select all of these keyframes, press F9, go to graph editor and again set the graph like so to create the same animation. Let's play and watch. Okay, now let's create the transition. Let's go back. Maybe at this point what I will do, select our null layer. First of all, I will change its color into yellow or aqua. Maybe yellow is good. Select this layer, press U to reveal its keyframes and maybe over here. Okay, I will add the position keyframe and simply I will move this playhead maybe over here. Okay, again add the keyframe. So here what I will do, so here I will change its Y value position to the top side like so. Then come over here at this point. What I will do, I will simply link all of this layer with our null layer. So for that, simply select all of this layer except this shadow layer, because it is already linked with our laptop. After that, link them with our null layer like so. Then come over here and at this point where our animation is starting, where our transition is starting, then what I will do, simply I will move all of this over here. So now you have this kind of animation. Make it little bit closer like so, and maybe at this point, so maybe at this point what I will do, I will trim every right side of this layer. Select all of this layer and hold Alt close square bracket to trim the every side, and also I will trim all of this side. Okay, so let's play our animation and let's see what we have created right now. So now we have completed this scene. Let's move to the next scene, and this is our next scene. Now we will create this scene. Okay, this path, some location icon and with some arrow So let's move to the next scene. So first of all, I will create a new comp. Click over here and I will call it path, and from here select the width 3000 and also select the height 1000. Select the duration same and hit OK, and also enable the proportional grid. Now select the pen tool, and after this select the fill color none and select the stroke solid color. Hit OK and set the stroke width. Select the stroke size 43 and something like this. Press tilde key from your keyboard, maximize your screen and create the shape like this. Okay, with carefully. Now select all of these point by dragging like so. Go to tools and from here select the convert vertex tool. Make sure hold alt and click over here, so it will create this kind of shape. Okay, and again you need to make some more setting. Click over here and like this and like this, and select this point. Go to tools and select the pen tool and move this point like so. Go to tools, select the selection tool and again click over here and set it like so. Okay, it's looking good and great. So now our path has been ready. You can also increase its size from here. How much do you need? Okay, make sure you have selected the same color, or you can select the different color, whatever you want. Okay, I need this color, dark. Press tilde key, go back, simply select this layer, press enter and I will call it path. Then select this layer, press Ctrl C, copy and go back to the main 3 section and paste it over here. Press Ctrl V. Okay, and then move this layer over here. Make this layer 3D. Press F4 from your keyboard and make it 3D by clicking on this 3D box. And here what I will do, simply press Ctrl Alt Home, then press Ctrl Home to set this layer into the center. Rotate this layer like so, 90 degree. Okay, then also rotate it like so. Simply move it like so over here. Simply come over here, press the tilt key and maximize it. Click the tube view and at this point simply move this little bit forward like so, maybe over here. Now it's looking perfect. This is our top side. Then let's go back, go view 1. Again press Ctrl D and duplicate this layer, and by selecting this layer go to stroke and from here I will select this color. I like it and make it darker like so and hit OK. So next I will create this icon over here. Let's go to project and inside this image folder find the location icon. Okay, simply drag and drop this over here, then make it 3D and place it behind this layer, null layer. Okay, and also place it over here. After making it 3D, let's go to top view and by pressing tilt key let's select the tube view, and from here by selecting this layer and place this layer at the end like so, maybe over here. Okay, again select the one view and let's go back. Now you can move it little bit down or upside. By selecting this layer, press Ctrl spacebar and search for tritone and apply this effect tritone. Okay, and here I will again select this color. You can also select this color same over here, or you can copy this color from here. This is a mid-tone color. Simply paste it over here. Okay, now select this text layer, press Ctrl D and duplicate and move it upside and place it over here. Here simply let's go back, and here is the text here, futures. Simply copy this text from here. I will copy this text from here and I will paste it over here, maybe over here. Okay, Control A. Here I will increase the size little bit more. Here I will also make it only bold. Okay, and maybe demi bold is good, and here I will change its position like so and place it over here. Again select this text and press Ctrl D, duplicate, change its position and place it over here. Double click and type find location. Press Ctrl A, select this text and also decrease its size from here like so. Press enter and select the selection tool and move it over here. You can also increase its size little bit more, maybe like this. Here I will also increase its size into bold. Okay, this one is perfect. So next I will create here stroke dashes arrow. First what I will do, simply go to tools, select the pen tool and make sure any kind of layer is not selected. Then click over here and again click over here. Click and drag your mouse like so. Okay, stroke size, and from here set the stroke size around maybe 30 is good. And what I will do, simply expand this layer, which is our this one. Maybe press open square bracket and move it over here. Expand this layer, go inside, simply select the stroke and change its dashes into dashes like so. Okay, simply go to taper, and here I will also set the taper, make it little bit like so, and also set the start length and end length like so. Okay, and decrease its size around maybe 15 is good. Now it's looking perfect. Here I will create the cursor, go to tools and select the polygon tool, and here I will create a little bit cursor, hold shift and draw this polygon. Go to fill and select the solid fill, and also uncheck the stroke, we don't need the stroke. Then here I will make some more settings, select the points, I will need only 3 points. Select this polystar, then right click and convert it to Bezier path. And here I need to separate this layer because I have made a mistake to over here. Select this layer and I will go to window, and here is the extension which is motion tools, and here you can see, and here you can easily separate your merged layer by clicking on this option. First select this layer, click on this option. Now you have two separate layers over here. So the first one is our dashes line stroke. Select this layer, press enter, and I will call it dash stroke. Select the top layer which is our cursor, press enter, and I will call it cursor. Okay, so simply select this cursor layer and go inside, expand this content, polystar, path, and then right click and convert to Bezier path. I have already make it Bezier path. Simply select this and come over here, press G from the keyboard and active this pen tool and click over here, and again I will make this cursor over here. Press V from the keyboard and place this cursor over here, and press R and rotate it like so. So now it's looking perfect, and maybe place it over here. So here what I will do, simply dash layer, go inside, and here is our shape layer. First of all I will animate this dashes line. To animate it, here I will go inside the shape layer. Here I will add the trim path, which is this one. Expand this trim path and okay, place your playhead over here. Here I will add the end keyframe over here, and then move it forward, and again set the end value 0 because I need this kind of animation. Select all of this keyframe, right click keyframe assistant and make them easy ease. Then go to graph editor and again select all of these keyframe, fit selection to view, and set your graph like so. Here I want to link this cursor with this dashes line. So how to link this cursor with this dash line to animate it at the same time? Okay, so it's very super simple. Select this dash line path, come over here, select the path, press Ctrl C, copy, then go to cursor, press P for position, and press Ctrl V, paste it over here. Okay, and now you can see the keyframes over here. Simply select all of these keyframe and place them at the beginning, and here you can see, as you can see, this cursor is not following the path, okay, as it is moving. Simply select this layer, right click, go to transform, and here is the auto orient. You can also press Ctrl Alt O. Okay, and here I will select the orient along the path. Okay, so now it will work along the path. Okay, select this cursor, press R and rotate it and set its rotation like so. Now let's play, and now you can see our cursor is following the path. So now select both of these layers and press U and reveal its keyframes, and come over here, place this keyframe at the beginning and also match its timing. Okay, now select all of these keyframes, press F9, again go to graph editor and set your graph like so. So let's play and watch. Okay, now we have perfect animation over here. Let's go back. Here I will create the location icon. This is our location icon. Here I will create the pop-up animation. To create the pop-up animation, first select this location icon. Over here, place your playhead at the beginning, maybe over here. Then here I will use the animation composer. Go inside, go motion presets, and here you can see. So here I will apply this bounce XY scale animation. Select this, click animate in. Okay, it will create this kind of animation. Okay, so here I will create little bit offset. Select both of these text layer and move them forward. Maybe I will place them behind this, above this layer. Here I will move this dash stroke little bit forward, and also I will move this cursor over here. Okay, here I will delete this path too. Again select this path and press Ctrl D and duplicate. Create one more path and select this path. Go to stroke color, and here I will change its color like so. And here I will create the same color like so, and I will also make it little bit darker, something like this. It's time to animate our this path. Simply select this path, expand this and go inside, go to add, and here I will add the trim path, and here I will create the trim path animation, and this is its start animation. Okay, so at the beginning what I will do, I will add the keyframe start. Here add the start keyframe and move it a little bit forward, and again set the start value 100 like so. Okay, now select all of these keyframe, press F9, go to graph editor and set your graph like so. Okay, let's go back, and here I will simply select the bottom layer, select the top layer, maybe this one, and here I will try to create. Okay, move it a little bit forward. Here I will create the transition over here. Okay, come over here, maybe at this point. Here I will add the keyframe. Again move your playhead over here and again add the keyframes. Here I will move its X position like so. Then what I will do, simply move your playhead over here at this point, then select all of these layers and link them with the null 11, and then move your playhead over here and also move all of these layers over here. Okay, and now you can see this kind of animation over here. Okay, let's move to the next scene. And this is our next scene, which is our final scene. Okay, so next we will create this scene over here, which is looking very nice and great. Okay, let's back to the main comp. Here I will trim its left side, maybe over here at this point, like so. Let's create the next scene, which is like this. First of all, I will import this mobile image over here. Let's go to project and select the mobile, which is this one, and drag and drop and place it over here. Then select the mobile layer, press S and scale it down. Again, go to tools and from here select the ellipse tool, click and hold down. From here I will select the ellipse tool and create a stroke over here, like so. Okay, then go to fill and select the none, and again go to stroke, and here set the stroke around maybe 20 is good. Now it's looking perfect. Then I will move to the line tab, and here I will make it horizontal and vertical center, and here I will move it little bit upside, and also place this stroke layer behind the mobile layer and place it over here. Okay, and I will call it stroke. Okay, and press F4 from the keyboard, or you can click over here, toggle switches mode, and here I will select the mode soft light. Okay, which is looking very nice and cool. Next I will place my text over here, which is this one. This is my mobile. Simply select this text, press Ctrl D and move it upside and place it over here, and here you can see your text. Simply I will move this text over here and double click, and here I will type this is my mobile, and select the selection tool and double click, increase its size, and here it is perfect. Okay, it has already animation. Okay, here you can see. Next we will create this social media icons. Simply come over here back, and here I will find my icon, the FB icon, and drag and drop into the timeline, and press S and scale it down like so, and press V and place it over here, and decrease its size little bit more, maybe around 20 is good. Okay, again select the another social media icon, which is our Twitter. Simply drag and drop over here, and again select, press S and scale it down, and also place it over here. Okay, and decrease its size little bit more, maybe it's looking perfect. Again select your next logo, which is our WhatsApp, and place it over here. Again press S and scale it down, and select this anchor point and move it over here, and now you can place all of these icons like so. Okay, I will also increase its little bit size more, so now it's looking perfect. So what I will do, I will place this maybe over here, and also I will select and I will place it over here. So now everything is looking perfect, well and good. So here what I will do, simply I will select all of this layer at the same time, and I will go to the home. This is our home. Go to effects and copy this effect from here. Right click, copy this effect, then come back, come over here, select all of these layers and press Ctrl V and paste them over here. Now we have same color, and also select the mobile layer and press Ctrl V and paste this tritone effect on it. Okay, now we have the same effect over here. Select this text layer and move it little bit upside, maybe over here little bit upside. Now it's time to animate all of these layers. First of all, arrange them. Select all of these layer by holding shift, press open square bracket, move them over here and place them over here like so. Okay, here I will place my WhatsApp, and this is in the last I have this Twitter. Okay, select all of this, then go to animation composer. This is free plugin and you can download from the website. Okay, here I will apply this bounce animation. simply click, make sure all of these layers selected, then click animate in. Okay, so in this way it will create the bounce animation. Okay, and here you can see this kind of bounce animation. You can also create the offset of this animation. Go to motion tool, and here is the offset. Here I will type the 5 frames only, click the offset forward like so. Okay, and here you can see your layers, so it will appear one by one. Okay, that's looking very nice and great. Here I will also animate this stroke. So for that, where is my stroke? Here it is, and go inside and go to add, and here is the trim path. After expanding this trim path, and here I will animate only and value. So first of all, create a keyframes over here. Again, place your playhead at the beginning, and again set the end value 0 like so. Again, select both of these keyframes, press F9 for smooth animation. Go to graph editor and set your graph like so. Let's go back and let's play and check your animation. Okay, now you have this kind of animation. So here I will also add some star. I have already presets inside over here, and here you can see I will also add this rating counter option over here. Move your playhead at the beginning and click add. Now you have this rating option over here, and here you can see. Simply select this and place it all the way up. I need to place it over here, maybe over here. Okay, so simply select this layer and click on this anchor point and move it over here. Select the text layer, which is this one. Select this text layer, and here I will go to properties, and here move it upside, and here I will also change its color into gray, dark gray like so. Select this rating layers, and here I will also change its color, and here I will also change its star colors, and also change our text color. You can also make it a little bit different like so. Okay, at the last I will create this mobile animation. So here what I will do, simply select this mobile, press P, and also hold shift, press R for rotation value, and add the keyframes. Okay, like so. Rotation and position keyframe. Again, place your playhead over here and rotate your mobile like so, maybe around 20. Okay, then what I will do, simply move your mobile by holding shift and move it upside like so. So now select all of this keyframe, press F9 for smooth animation. Go to graph editor and set your graph like so. Let's back and let's play and see the animation. Okay, at this point what I will do, I will move my all of these layers forward, all of these layers, and place them forward, maybe over here. Okay, at this point I will also move this stroke over here. Now this scene has been ready. Okay, this mobile animation very fast. Press this layer, press U, and move these keyframes. Now it's time to create the transition between these clips. So let's come over here, and maybe at this point go to position and add the position keyframe, and move your playhead over here, and here I will change its position. Okay, so this is our previous animation going from right to left, and here I will create this animation from top to bottom. Okay, and change its Y value downside like so. And here I need to unlink my text. So first of all what I will do, maybe come over here, and first of all I will unlink my text over here, then move it forward. Okay, so here I will unlink my text and select the none, and simply I will move this text over here and place it over here. Okay, simply maybe at this point here I will link all of this layer with the null layer. So for that, simply select all of these layers and link them with our null, and also move them maybe over here. Okay, at this point simply move this little bit forward, maybe over here, and also select all of this layer and increase its size like so. Okay, now it's looking perfect and cool. I will trim the everything after the playhead. Select all of this layer, hold Alt and close square bracket. Make sure you have enabled the motion blur option. Press F4 and press Ctrl A. Okay, then click on this option. Enable motion blur for all of these layers, and make sure you have also select this one, otherwise this motion blur will not work. And maybe you can see at this point, and here you can see motion blur. If you disable it, you can see the motion blur over here. After that, it's time to render. Simply press Ctrl M to render this. Press Ctrl M, and here are the settings, and select your desired setting format. I will always select the H.264, which is best for YouTube videos. Okay, and here you can make some more setting. If you have good GPU, you can select the 32-bit. Okay, hit OK. After that, you need to select the location. Where do you want to save this file? Okay, I want to save over here, and then you need to click over here. First press Ctrl S, save your project, then click render. Let's preview the final result. In the next video, I'll make this kind of more videos, so make sure you are subscribed. If you want the project file, comment below project. I'll definitely share the link with you.